I'm doing well, thank you.
We're going to ask you kind of the same stuff we've been asking all the QBs. So
okay.
What's it like just coming into a camp where there's just piles and piles of guys at your position?
It's cool. You know, I don't know if it changes much, to be honest with you. It's kind of fun to see some guys here that are also professional quarterbacks. You know, it's just fun to compete and get to know these guys. I mean, we're all here for the same reason. We all want the same goal, so you can kind of relate to them in that way and just meet some good guys.
Kind of an opportunity for all of you, just given there's a new coaching staff coming in. They haven't, named who's going to be in what job coming in like this. It's not a bad spot to be in, I imagine.
Yeah, it's a great spot. I mean, that's all you ever wanted, a chance to compete, you know. I think, specifically my whole career for me has been that way. You know, I've gotten an opportunity to compete and go win a job. And so I think this isn't any different. You know, you want to do the same thing, just give everything you got. And at the end of the day, just, the best you can do is what you can do.
So you're from Regina, and you ended up, it's almost the best of both worlds for you. I mean, that Canadian tag, not that it helps at a QB position as much, but it's a Canadian game, and you're also American trained, right? Like, take us through the journey you went through to get to this point.
Yeah, I was born in Regina, and I moved when I was really young. I was about 10 years old. Okay. So I grew up most of my life in Florida. And got to experience American football. You know, a lot of talent. That's a way of life down there is football. You know, so I was very fortunate to experience that, and work my way through college and eventually here now for this rookie camp. But honestly, this was the first game I ever watched was Canadian football. I mean, I grew up watching the Darian Durants, the Kevin Glenns, Mike Riley, like those kind of guys were the quarterbacks that I grew up watching. So before I knew any American football, I knew Canadian football, and my first love was this sport, and I wanted to play here. So, it's just a dream come true to be here.
It's kind of funny, at that time, for sure, it was all those QBs you mentioned are Americans, right? I mean, yeah. Is there a place for Canadians? I mean, obviously, you're here with an organization that drafted one in the first round
right.
as well. Are we seeing a little bit of a shift, maybe?
Yeah, I think there's just a space for ball players. You know, I don't think it matters who it is. I think if you can play ball, you can play ball. You know, and I don't know too much about if there is like a stigma around Canadian quarterbacks. I haven't really, since I was growing up in the United States, I didn't really keep as close of an eye on that. If there is, I don't really understand it, to be honest with you, because I think you can play ball, so that's what matters.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Obviously, so being Canadian, playing in the States, but did you know the rules before coming to training camp, and does it give you an advantage? Like, the American quarterbacks, they play with American rules. I'm not too sure if you played at a young age in Canada, but do you know the Canadian rules, and does it give you an advantage?
Yeah, I know the basics of the Canadian rules. You know, I knew like the 3 downs, the wider field and stuff, and the waggle and everything. I didn't necessarily know how to execute a lot of that. Like, I didn't know how to execute a waggle and how to, organize those things. But I was definitely aware of the rules, and so I think it definitely gave me an advantage as far as that. Cool. Yep. Thank you guys. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.